What's going on, guys? This is Snoop603 and Fake Thriller, and welcome to another episode of our Battlefield 3 weapon reviews. Today, we're looking at the MK3A1. This gun is available for all classes, and to unlock it, you first have to purchase the Back to Karkin DLC. Then you have to complete the assignment titled Scarred Veteran, which requires you to get 10 kills with the PP-19, 5 kills in the DPV Jeep, 10 kills with the BTR-90 IFV, and play 2 hours each on Shark Eye Peninsula and Gulf of Oman.
A little bit of weapon info for you guys on the MK3A1. The place of origin is the United States of America. The magazine capacity is 8 rounds. The fire rate is 255 rounds per minute. The fire type is full auto. The reload time is 3.45 seconds or 4.1 seconds if you leave a shell chambered. And the damage for the MK3A1 is 18 hit points of damage per pellet at 8 meters and trails down to a minimum of 6 hit points of damage per pellet at 25 meters. And with every shot, the MK3A1 fires 8 pellets.
The MK3A1, in my opinion, has the awful distinction of being as useless a gun as the USAS-12 is. This is going to be a quick review because, honestly, there's not much to say about the shotgun. I don't know why DICE has given these fully automatic shotguns such terrible stats. They're shotguns, built to absolutely destroy people in close quarters. That's their job. The MK3A1 apparently did not get the memo. My biggest gripe about the MK3A1 is, with the exception of slug rounds, that it has no effective range at all. I know, it's a shotgun, it shouldn't have range, but the 870 MCS and the SPAS-12 both have amazing effective range. I'll put that down to the MK3A1 having a larger spread pattern and only 8 pellets per shell. That's the other problem with this gun, is the low amount of pellets per shell. Like the USAS, they're much lower than their semi-auto or pump-action brothers. This should be balanced out, given that the MK3A1 is fully automatic, but I really feel that they are inferior to all their shotguns because of the lack of pellets per shell. It feels like I'm only shooting half the amount of pellets compared to all the other shotguns. All of that considered, I will say that this gun is a beast with slug rounds. Give me extended mags and slug rounds, and this gun will do serious damage in close range, given decent accuracy, and hold its own against most guns in medium range. Long range is pushing it. I'm not saying it can't be done, but it's not something I would recommend for an average skilled player. My preferred attachments for the MK3A1 is a red dot sight, extended mags, and slug rounds. Like I said, I hate how this gun lacks range, so I'll give up what little spread I can get from traditional shells for the range I gain in slugs. And extended mags is always nice. Who's going to complain about having more ammo before you have to reload? I'm going to give the MK3A1 a 2 out of 5. This gun's great performance with slug rounds isn't enough to make up for its many shortcomings. As I've said, I'm disappointed in the lack of power in this gun in close range. It's a shotgun, it should be feared in close quarters, but sadly, in my opinion, that's far from the truth.
The MK3A1 is most commonly discussed alongside the USAS, and like the USAS, the MK3A1 once had devastating room clearing ability when equipped with frag rounds. While the MK never garnered the terrible reputation as the USAS, its overall effectiveness in Battlefield 3 went right out the door behind the USAS in the patch that nerfed the frag rounds. The MK seems appealing on paper, but it only takes a few minutes use to realize it's rarely the best weapon for any given situation. The MK boasts the ability to fire full auto at 255 rounds per minute, and that is twice the fire rate of the 870 MCS. However, that fire rate comes at the cost of pellet count, pellet spread, and recoil. The trade-off just isn't fair. What you're left with is a weapon that often requires 4 to 6 rounds in close range to kill an enemy. The MK3A1 also suffers in its reload time. The jackhammer, as it's commonly referred to, is reloaded by a magazine as opposed to each shell being loaded individually. This means you'll have the long 3.5 second reload time whether you fired 1 or 5 rounds. The only time the reload is different is when you fire your entire magazine, and the full 4-second reload happens quite often, leaving you vulnerable for longer than most weapons. I'm rating the MK3A1 a 2 out of 5. It is among the worst of the shotguns, and I wouldn't recommend it for anything other than challenging yourself.
Alright guys, that's going to wrap up yet another Shustybang Battlefield 3 weapon review. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Overall, the MK3A1 has earned 2 out of 5 stars.
And as always, we're interested to know what you guys think of this weapon, so leave us a comment and tell us what you would rate it and why. Also, if you could rate the video with either a like or dislike, we'd appreciate it. And finally, if you're interested to see what we think of the other weapons in Battlefield 3, check the description for a link that will take you to the entire playlist. Thanks for watching.